Hi guys, this is Shakini Harris. I'm back with another video, and this one is of course about Jess Hilarious and Wayne. Now, after I did my video yesterday, like I said in that video, I did not see any proof that divorce had been filed for, so I really didn't comment too much about whether or not the divorce was finalized or anything like that. But I was like, we waiting on those receipts, okay? At the time I did that video, I did not see any signs of divorce, just he say, she say, and the wife saying that they were still married and this, that, and the fifth. And so, however, when I got off, like a couple of hours later, I did see that a divorce had been filed. Okay. Now, before I get into that, and this is why I say Jess Hilarious did lie, or it seems as if she lied. No, she definitely lied. She definitely lied, okay? And I think it was more so to save face or whatever. I do like Jess Hilarious. I love watching her videos. She's funny to me. Other people may not think so, but I think she's funny. Maybe I'm a big goofball. But, and y'all, bear with me. I'm trying to see where I'm supposed to be looking at, but whatever. Yeah, she definitely lied about that. And I'm going to read a piece of the comment that I read yesterday in the other video so you'll know why I was looking for this divorce proof or whatever, and why I say that she lied. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so right here I'm just gonna say a little piece of it, and this is still on the Shade Room, so if you want to go see the whole comment, you can go and see it. It says that, let me see. Okay, so she was saying that Wayne patiently waited until his divorce was final and her and Chris was over, okay, before she got the D. Now, the divorce was filed on December 26th. I've never been through a divorce, but I don't believe that a divorce is final within a week. This was a day after Christmas, and Christmas was last week, okay? So, that is why I say Jess Hilarious lied about that. I still stand by the fact that I believe that that Wayne and his wife was separated, and it's not because of what Jess and Wayne said, but it was what actually came from the wife herself, and the comment that I seen that she posted that made me believe that they were actually divorced. And then there was other people who I guess they were connected to her, whatever, or just went and was being all nosy and stuff to see what she had to say. Previously, they found where she was saying that they were divorced. Well, not divorced, but separated. So, to me, it seems like, yeah, to me, it seems like they were actually separated. But when he posted that ring and Jess, she was trying to play up the fact that they were married, but play it in a way that they were actually like in a relationship. And if you watched my video yesterday, you know, if you didn't, you can go back and look at it or whatever. But I was basically saying, like, I know that I grew up around people who basically got separated and they weren't actually in the relationship with their legal spouse, but they filed for divorce once they really decided to move on and they thought they can have a future with somebody else, basically, in a nutshell. So that's really what I feel like happened here. And especially with this divorce date. So now I'm like, maybe just do have something to do with the actual filing of the divorce. But I do feel like that they were already separated. Now, I'm not saying that he didn't cheat on his wife with Jess Hilarious. And some people will still see it as he's cheating on his wife. But if you both decide to go separate ways, then I don't consider that cheating. Like, you're mentally and emotionally done with the marriage. You just haven't legally filed it, if that makes sense. So that's where I'm coming from with the whole thing. But I'm not saying that he didn't start messing with Jess at the time when he was still in a mental and emotional relationship with his legal wife. And I'm not saying that Jess didn't cheat on Chris, because now that this divorce proof done came out, Yeah, like stuff isn't adding up. I'm like, maybe she did cheat on Chris. But as I was saying, for me, I guess because I grew up around stuff like this, it's abnormal. Well, I won't say that to me it's abnormal. It's normal because I saw it, but I do understand that it is dysfunctional. But I'm not mad at people who separates and they decide to date and stuff like that. Again, and I think that's probably because I grew up around that, so I know that sometimes when you separate, you are really done with your legal spouse, you know. Um, yeah, so I just feel like I don't I'm not gonna like attack people and beat people up about it and have like all these negative things to say about it because as I said, I kind of grew up around it. I do think it's dysfunctional though. It's dysfunctional and it causes problems like this. My suggestion to any woman is to basically wait until the divorce is final. And I stated in my video yesterday that although I'm not rah 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 about the situation, and I have a different opinion about most people who's like, well, he's legally married still, so he shouldn't be doing this, that, and the fifth. I have a different opinion from that, but I definitely wouldn't be in this situation because it's just too much. For one, I've also saw, situations where they were separated and the dude or the woman try to move on or whatever, and then they decide the legal spouses decide to work it out. So now you got your heart wrapped up in somebody and they decide to go back with that person because technically they're not legally divorced. So they work it out and reconcile and all that stuff. Now you got your heart wrapped up in it. Jess Larry says she's still single. But I know she got feelings for this dude, even though she's just banging him, because if you just a jump off, you're not getting no ring. I'm not spending money on you if you just a jump off. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? I would have to have some type of connection or feeling with you to buy you something. So she can play it down like she's not feeling that dude in any other type of way and make jokes about her getting with, Chris Brown or whatever, but she feeling him, period, right? So, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't personally do it. I do think it's dysfunctional. I do think it's unnecessary drama because you can literally just wait until it's done and over with. I know somebody who's going through the same thing right now in my family. He's separated and he's moved on. And we're not like rah, 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 but we know his wife. It's like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for moving up because we don't like that. But anyways, that's a different situation. Well, it's not a different situation. Same situation, except they're not famous and they're not celebrities, so nobody is all up in their business. We know because we're family, but we're also happy he's moving on and he's in the process of a divorce, and we're not looking at him like, oh, you're cheating on your wife. No, they separated. They're not legally divorced. Well, I don't know if they're legally divorced yet, but I know he moved on before the legal divorce happened. So, but yeah, like I said, I see it all the time, so it's normal for me. When I see stuff like this, the only difference is the people that I grew up around, they're not famous. They're not all out in the open. They're not all over social media with it. And these people are. But like I said, it's still dysfunctional to me. And I wouldn't put myself through all that. You're going to have to show me some divorce papers. And somebody did try to talk to me before. And I had known he was married because I investigate people. I'm like, let me check out your social media. Let me go back a few dates. Let me go click on this link. Let me see. But anyways, he was married. But he was telling me he wasn't married. That they got a divorce. And I found, posts that indicated that he was still in a relationship with his wife. And I had told him before I found that I'm going to need to see divorce papers, finalized divorce papers before we go any further because I ain't got time for all that. But yeah, I investigated and that Negro was still married in a relationship. So that's how I know for a fact. And some people say it's easy to say what you want to do, but no, I know I won't do it because I didn't do it when the opportunity was right there in my face. So no, I can't get involved like that. It's dysfunctional. Ain't got time to be worrying about if you really done. Are you, is, can the marriage be saved? Da 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 da. And I root for marriages, healthy marriages, happy marriages, functional marriages. I root for those marriages. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is. I just want to do this video real quick, just to like point out the little dates and stuff, because she definitely jumped on there like she was telling the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help her God. And the divorce filing said that was a lie. But anyways, that's all I have to say about that. If you have any questions about my overall belief about stuff like this, leave it in the comments. I'll answer those questions or whatever have you. I did kind of like explain as much as I can why, you know, I have the belief that I have about this particular situation, as far as seeing what the wife said and seeing that she had previously already said that they were separated, and then try to play it up like they were actually, you know, in relationship or whatever beyond legal marriage, you know, legal documentation. And then, you know, the little background a little bit about why I felt like, why I don't have the same opinion as everybody else, and why I see things the way that I do it as far as this situation, and why I'm not like rah rah rah, she's a homewrecker. And she could have been, I don't know, because I don't know that far back when they actually met in the actual time frame of them slapping cheeks, you know. So as far as that, I don't have no comment about that. But as far as right now and the things that I've seen so far, that is how I feel about it. And again, I just still feel like that he was separated, or whatever have you. And she really, I think she told that lie because she was trying to save face or whatever. People calling her home records and coming for her and all of that. But anyways, yeah, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you cut on the bell notifications. I talk about way more than just other people's business or whatever. Yeah, I talk about making money, saving money, life tips, and all that good stuff. I have way more videos coming, a different range, because I can't do just one thing. I have a whole bunch of interests, so that's what you will see on this channel. So with that being said, bye.